All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dowell. Let me say this before I answer this, okay? When you endeavor on this journey to the kingdom, neither you or I purposed in our heart to ever be at odds with anyone. Did y'all hear what I just said? Are you listening very closely? None of us purpose to be at odds with anyone in this walk right here. It's just letting you know that you have now stepped into the realm of the kingdom. Your footprint is different. Your footsteps is different. Your speech is different. Hey, there's a whole bunch of things that about you that are just simply different that the people around you that are caught in Mystery Babylon. Pastor Dowell, what is Mystery Babylon? Well, Mystery Babylon is clearly defined. It's clearly defined right there in the book of Hazum, commonly called Revelation. And of course, you know, the Apostle Saul talked about it in his letters over and over again. Mystery Babylon, I know that many of you are not going to like my answer, but I'm going to give it anyway. And one reason why you don't like my answer is because you refuse to do your own independent research and study. And therefore, it's hard for you to comprehend what I'm saying, because everything that I'll say, you'll take it as a personal attack because you will not engage in personal study time, which if you did, I believe, especially after coming from Christianity. Did y'all hear what I just said? Pastor Dowell I come from Christianity. Yeah, I grew up a Christian. Even started off preaching and teaching like a Christian, even though my speech was different after receiving the baptism of the Holy Spirit. You see, we know we're different, and we know we're set apart. And how do you know that? When you come out of Mystery Babylon, all right, there are two things that you're doing. First of all, you're coming out of the luxuries of this world. You're coming out of all the things that the world has to offer. That's the first move. Then the second move is that you're coming out of the religious tenets that actually hold you to Mystery Babylon. All right, you're coming out of worldliness. You're coming out of all of that, and you're ascribing towards godliness. How do you know that you have crossed over? All right, how do you know this? The only way you know it is by watching the cosmos, watching the world around you and how it reacts at your change. That's how you'll know if you've actually come out of her and you come out from among them. Mind you, it's a start. It's a start. You're actually starting this journey, and you're making a journey, and the world around you lets you know if you're still part of it or if you've come out of it. Let me give you an example. We all know that Christianity is sun worship. We already know that. It's pagan to the core. The Bible does not give us any instructions to call Sunday the Sabbath. The Sunday is not the rest day. The Sabbath or the Shabbat is the seventh day of the week, not the first. We all know that Christ didn't rise on Easter Sunday morning, and there is no such thing as an Easter celebration for Israelites. Now, hey, all the pagan people in the world have celebrated celebrated Easter, celebrated Christmas. They just call it by different names. For instance, did you know that Astarte, Ishtroth worship, the goddess of the Zidonians, the same one that Jezebel worship, is nothing more than another name for Easter? That's all it is. It's just that the name has changed, but the worship has remained the same. And so Christianity is a sun-worshiping religion. Why do you think that the Baptists and the Church of Christ, they put their backs toward their little temples and they worship the sun as it comes up every Easter Sunday morning? Because it's Babylon. It's confusion. But however, once you cross over, meaning that you have left this world and you have stopped following this world, you're going to find out that all the people that are still in love with this world, whether they recognize it or not, they're going to become your greatest enemies. How do you know this? Because when you start keeping the commandments, when you start keeping Yah's commandments, that's all you have to start doing. As soon as you start doing that, all right, Yah will sacrifices for you through keeping of the commandments, because you are under the obedience of his law and you have left the traditions of men. And as a result, people don't know how to respond to you. They don't know how to react to you. They'll say, What's wrong with you? You're not like us anymore. You are different. You are in a cult. You are this and they start pointing their finger at you left and right. And you didn't set out for that. Not at all. That's because you obeyed and didn't even realize all the things that was going to be involved in this war that we're involved in now. There's no discharge in this warfare at all. All right. So when you step away from the traditional teachings of cardinal man, when you step away from the Catholic Church, when you step away from the Protestant Church, which was born out of a protest because King Henry VIII wanted to have another wife, and he couldn't do it as long as he had Catherine. But Martin Luther, the Christian reformer, said, you be better off marrying Anne Boleyn and just taking her as a second wife. That's some Christian history for you there. But anyway, when you step away from the teachings of men, that's when the words of the Messiah, Jesus, is going to start making sense to you. When he says, don't you think that I come to send peace on earth? But I didn't come to send peace. I come to send the sword. I come to set a man at variance against his father, and a father against his son, a mother-in-law against a daughter-in-law, a daughter-in-law against a mother-in-law, and a man's own foes will be there of his own household. And you're going to start seeing people hate you. You're going to start seeing people accuse you. You're going to start seeing people cast your name out as dung. You know the reason why? Because you have crossed over. You've come out of Mystery Babylon, and their defiance towards you, their attack on you while you've done nothing to them. Nothing stops the assault of them accusing you, putting forth the finger, and saying all type of disparaging comments against you, making all different types of enemies of you, even with people gossiping and slandering you. You know you've crossed over. You know you crossed over and you've come out of Mystery Babylon. And that's the reason why the keeping of the commandments is so important. See, when you keep those commandments, you automatically become sanctified. What does the word sanctified mean? You automatically become separate. Look at this. Come out from among her, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and I will be a Yah unto you, and you will be my people. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? See, that's what's taking place, and nobody ever tells you that. So when you come out, the devil, everybody who's in Mystery Babylon, and everybody who's subject to the devil, and everybody that is used by the devil, because remember, the devil is religious. What do? They attack you for being obedient, disciple, because that's what a disciple is. A disciple is someone who is obedient, and when you come out, you actually go to a place to where you are taught how to obey. You're taught how to be a disciple. Isn't that beautiful? But those who are still in Mystery Babylon, they still want you to walk into rebellion. They want you to have a form of godliness and continue to keep denying the power. When you come out, you're a true son and daughter, then you will receive the power that Yahshua said that you would. You'll be able to cast out devils. You'll be able to heal the sick. Now, you have to grow in this. You're not going to be able to have the same zenith and power as the Messiah had because, hey, to us, there's been given a measure of faith. But to him, there was no measure. Hey, the Spirit was given to him without measure. We have to grow in grace and knowledge. So we should be increasing year by year. More and more in this grace, in this knowledge, in this truth. And sorry, I keep saying I'm going to continue to keep echoing it again and again and again. Your family and your friends, your colleagues, your constituents, everybody you want to call Pizos, chum, pals, buddies, whatever. Religious or not. It's amazing how not only the people in the world shun you, but your natural family shun you. You know why? Because they all belong to the same system. That's the reason why coming out of her, and then you come out from among them. You hear that? You have a her to come out from among them. The her is the religious system. You follow me? So that's what happens. We're separated. The commandments actually cause us to be separate from everybody else in the whole entire world. It calls us to be sanctified, to be separate. And Yah has his hand on us. So, hey, accept the walk. Wear it like a glove. And be proud that you are an Israelite today. Be proud that you have been called out of darkness into his marvelous light. What a day to rejoice. And what a day, hallelujah, to have the humility and to thank the Father for writing your name down in the Lamb's Book of Life. Now we can understand the reason why Paul said, I thank y'all for all my trials. I thank you for all my tribulations. I thank you for all my persecutions. I thank you for when I was shipwrecked. I thank him when false brethren lied on me. I thank for all the things that happened, because everything that has ever happened to me, it happened unto me for the furtherance of the message, the furtherance of the gospel. Come out of her, my people. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. For all that is in the world is the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. And the truth is, a lot of people today just simply do not have the humility it takes to come out, to live separate, to endure the scrutiny, and to ask the Father to have the same ruach, the same spirit that Christ had in him, give it to them. They don't have that humility. It's easier becoming religious. You just heard the truth, and that's the truth straight way. Y'all have a wonderful day. King coming. Shalom.